I really do feel like the way that society's built up is the fact that everybody confuses attention with value. Just because something may have eyes on it, do not mistake this for true value. And oftentimes it's the complete opposite. Because just think about what having so many eyes does to a person. It validates them. It often may make them feel good about themselves, but it also creates this false illusion of what worth truly is. You gotta understand that living in a world obsessed with visibility, substance often gets ignored. This is one thing that so many people lack. And it's not even because they're not capable of acquiring it, it's just because so many people turn the attention away from things that truly matter and put them on surface level things. People chase things like exposure before actually mastering something, not realizing that the impact of this is shallow. It doesn't have the depth or true substance that genuinely learning something, doing the deep work, developing a passion for it does. And not so many people realize that this attention that they may get is temporary. Value is what sticks. And an example of that is, just think about it. People will forget what went viral last month, but they'll remember certain things that changed them. People tend to follow trends, but the impact of certain trends are the one thing that will always stick. It's the substance, it's the value in things. So I say that to say that we need to control the things that have our attention. And more importantly, we need not to mistake this form of attention that we may get with value. And it's sad, but it's true, but social media has rewired the way that people measure success. It's not like it used to be 30 years ago. People these days look at someone who has millions of followers as successful, not somebody who takes care of their family, provides for their kids, or that goes to work each and every day to make ends meet. So my question to you is, what does success mean to you and how do you measure it? Is it a numbers game for you? How much followers you have? How big you can get? Or does it have to do with depth? How many people you can take care of and provide for? The family that may be relying on you at this very moment. We gotta get back to reminding ourselves of the things that truly matter. And it's not any of these surface level things that majority of people tend to focus on. So whatever you do, do not build a platform, and I'm speaking in general, whatever field that you're in, before you build character. You need to be somebody before you be somebody. Otherwise, the very thing that you're chasing will eventually destroy you, because when you get there and you acquire it, you'll realize that you don't stand for something. You don't have a properly built foundation, so now you're molding and transforming into versions of yourself that you never would have thought existed. And it's all because you lack substance. You lack direction. Your foundation wasn't properly built up. It doesn't matter how much money I acquire in this life. I can become a millionaire today, and I will always stand true to the things that I was raised on, my morals, what I believe in. I can never change those things because they represent who I truly am. And if I did, then I would lose myself. It is a lot deeper than anything materialistic. It is not always a numbers game, because there are people doing powerful things, but they're doing it in silence because they may not have an audience or they may not be big. And then there are people who may have the audience that are doing little to nothing. Things are not always going to be what they seem, I promise you. True influence has everything to do with who you can impact, not only who you can impress. And the key word in this is impact. The reason behind that is because impact changes lives. It's not just the timelines. What I'm doing on a daily basis, I know that I impact people's lives tremendously with this type of content. This isn't about impressing anybody. This isn't about an image. This isn't about me trying to be somebody I'm not. It's about the impact that I have on the world. And that's where it starts. And the one thing that I learned, if nothing at all, is the fact that clout eventually fades. True value is something that compounds. It'll continue to grow. Think about it. People follow trends each and every day. And as time goes on, there's eventually going to be a new one. And people jump to the next and the next and the next one. And that's okay. The person that you're becoming today will outlast any trend. You got to take the time to ask yourself, if you disappear today, will you be missed tomorrow? What purpose did you truly serve? What impact did you have on those around you? That's the real difference between attention and value. Because if you didn't have an impact, you will not be missed. If you are valuable, if you actually served people a purpose, then you know 100% that people will miss you. So do not be the person that confuses attention with value. You have to be firm on who you are as an individual and then build up on that. Do not let surface level things take your attention away from things that you should actually be focusing on. Because whether you realize it or not, there's somebody out here that is pulling you away from your purpose, pulling you away from things that you should be doing because they may not want to see you win. The devil is always lurking, and he does not want to see you grow closer to your purpose because that means that you will be aligned with what God has in store for you. Each and every day is a constant battle. The more that you fall into temptation, the more that you fall into this form of laziness and complacency, those are all distractions, things that are ultimately meant to pull you down. We have to be wise. We have to be strong. Everything is not always what it seems. So if you're somebody that constantly compares your life to the next person's, they may have all the views, they may have all the subscribers, they may have all the attention, it comes with a price. And oftentimes it's probably something that is not worth it in the long run. But if you made it to the end of the video, I just want to say thank you so much. It's your boy Blue Jay Tay. Drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.